Yo, what is going on YouTube? I am Germ here. So as you guys can see up on the screen, we're back with another Photoshop video. It has definitely been a while since we've done one of these, but I like making them. I think they're fun, and it's a cool way to dive into things like the LEC playoff bracket. Now, the only thing that sucks is that the LEC playoffs actually don't start this weekend. They start next weekend, so we do have to wait a while. I really hate that waiting period. I think they could definitely have at least a game or two, at least a match or two this weekend just to get some things going. I don't think these teams need a whole week off. I mean, especially the teams that like Fnatic and Vitality, do they really deserve a whole week off for finishing in that lower part of the bracket? I don't know. I think it's kind of whack. I definitely like how the LCS does it, getting into that action right away. But you know what you can do. This is exactly what the LEC did in the spring. You know, they're doing it again in the summer. Who knows? But this is the official bracket. In today's video, we're going to be running through every single matchup. I'm giving you my predictions for the entire playoffs, and hopefully I'll be getting your guys' thoughts and opinions on the whole bracket and the playoffs as well, because again, not only are they competing for an LEC championship, they're competing for spots at Worlds. Now definitely drop a like if you guys do enjoy this video. I'd appreciate it so much. Subscribe to stay up to date on all my latest content, and consider checking out my Patreon, patreon.com/IamGerm, if you want to receive extra bonus content every single week. With that being said, here we go, getting right into this. So we're gonna start, I guess, at the top. I believe this is the first match. Yes, the first matchup gonna be Friday, August 13th, Rogue against Misfits. Now, I think this is an interesting matchup. Misfits has had a very, very good season. They've exceeded expectations. They've also had a very, very good season just in terms of how inexperienced their team is and how low expectations were there for them and everything. And this has been just great for them. I think Misfits is looking so good going into the future. But really, when I look at these top four teams, I think Misfits is the odd man out. Now, I'm not super high on Rogue. Yes, they finished the highest in the summer. They are the #1 seed coming into this stuff, but I am not completely sold on Rogue. I do not know if I love them going into big games and everything like that, but I definitely favor them over Misfits. And the crazy part here is the winner of this game is going to Worlds. So Rogue, this #1 seed was actually a huge, huge thing for them. By being able to get this matchup against Misfits, this top four team that I don't really think belongs, they have a very, very easy trip to Worlds. And I think Rogue kind of struggles in big matchups. They struggle under pressure and stuff sometimes, but this should be a great, perfect scenario for them. I would not be surprised if Misfits takes a game, but I have this going 3-1 the way of Rogue, and I do have Rogue moving on and qualifying for Worlds right off the bat, which is going to be huge for them. That is going to be a very, very big deal, and that will bring Misfits down to this match over here, since they will be the lowest seed. And yeah, that's that. And then the other matchup that does decide who is going to Worlds between Mad and G2, I think this is going to be an absolute banger. I think this is going to be such a dope matchup with so much on the line. This is just huge. Whoever goes to loser's bracket is going to be in a tough spot, because you have Fnatic sitting down there in the loser's bracket. And yes, I think both Mad Lions and G2 can beat Fnatic, but I think they can both lose to Fnatic as well. So being able to have this matchup send you to Worlds and not even have to deal with that loser's bracket, not have to deal with the pressure, not have to deal with a scary Fnatic team, a scary team in the bottom half of the bracket, is going to be a huge, huge deal. Mad Lions obviously winning the spring split. They're coming in with high expectations. They expect to go to Worlds. They do kind of expect to be in this position, in this situation. But G2's been surging recently, and in the second half of the split, G2 only lost a single game. And what game was that? That was the Misfits game, where they were up 10,000 gold, and they gave Misfits Elder Dragon and then inted into them. Other than that, G2 did not drop a single game. I definitely think G2 is going to be taking this series down. I think they have been so good, so hot recently. And I'm not ready to say that the old G2's back. I'm not ready to say this is 2019 G2 just yet. But I think they are getting there. I think they are slowly ramping up, and in best of fives, in pressure, clutch situations with Worlds on the line, I definitely think G2 is a scary, scary team. And if I'm Mad Lions, I do not want to face them. Mad Lions, they were up and down in spring regular season. They were a little bit up and down in summer regular season. Definitely better. They were a solid team. They finished with the second best record in the LEC, but it's not like they were dominant. It's not like they are a sure thing. So I am going to be going with G2 here. I think this will be a banger. Give me G2 in a 3-2 5-game series, Silver Scrapes, everything. But I have G2 going to Worlds, and I think that's the way things should be. So that will slot Mad Lions down here into match 6, which is going to be crazy. Next up, we have Fnatic and Vitality. Going to be not too interesting of a series, I don't think. Vitality sneaking in the playoffs. They had a bad record. They have some holes in their team. Top lane's a big hole. I think Leader is one of the worst mid laners in the league right now. It's going to be rough. Vitality, great split. Self-made, carries them into the playoffs. Awesome, cool, congrats. They barely sneak in, but Fnatic has been very, very good this split. And I think they're going to continue to roll here. I would honestly take Fnatic 3-0 over Vitality. So then we have Fnatic here against Misfits. Same type of deal as before. Congrats for Misfits making it this far. Awesome run, awesome spring, awesome summer. But I do think Fnatic will be a little bit too good, a little bit too strong, a little bit too much. And I think they'll honestly be able to overwhelm Misfits. I do not think Misfits is quite there yet. I do not think they are ready for a series of this magnitude. I'm going to take Fnatic 3-0 again. Knocking out the Misfits here and going up for a date against Mad Lions, which will be crazy. This match will be for the final Worlds slot. This is going to be an absolute banger. But first, let's go back up to the winner's bracket. Talking about this matchup, G2 against Rogue. G2 has historically had Rogue's number. Overall, the win-loss percentage is crazy in G2's favor. In the regular season, it is undefeated for G2, but Rogue got the best of them last split in the playoffs. Rogue finally rose up and was able to take down G2, but that G2 we saw in the spring playoffs last year, I think is the worst version of G2 we have seen in the past 3 years, which is really, really crazy. I don't think we are going to see that G2 again. I think we are going to see that G2 that is very, very dominant against Rogue. And I think, especially once these teams have locked worlds and they kind of start to relax a little bit, I think G2 is going to roll over Rogue. I think they have a statement to prove here. I know G2 usually trolls a little bit. They maybe drop some games here and there. I don't really see that happening. I see a 3-0 for G2 over Rogue. I don't think it's going to be anything dramatic. I think G2 is headed back to the finals, which will send Rogue down here to the semifinals to face the winner of Mad Lions and Fnatic, which, man, is going to be such a great series with so much on the line. It is going to be so, so fun. But I think some of the key differences in this series here is going to be Adam up in the top lane, and a very, very inexperienced young rookie player. I don't know if he's going to be ready for the pressure of best of fives for a big situation, for a big scenario like this. Whippo doesn't have a ton of experience jungling. Elyoya might be able to eat him up. And still, I know I've said it time and time again, I am not completely sold on Niski as a top tier mid laner. I think Humanoid has a chance to be dominant over Niski in this series. Now, I think the bot lane has a chance to go very in favor of Fnatic. I think Karzi is so volatile. He can have high highs, he can have low lows. I think Upset has been awesome, but I do see Mad Lions being able to win out against Fnatic. Now, I would not be surprised if this series is close. I think Adam, in certain games, in certain matchups, will best Arma for sure. And I could definitely see the Fnatic bot lane winning. I could definitely see them getting some snowballs rolling. They play an aggressive, crazy style. They could snowball an early lead and take control of a game, but I don't see it happening 3 times in a single series. Give me Mad Lions 3-2 over Fnatic. Even though Fnatic's had a crazy year, even though they've had such a better summer split than spring, just how the seeds work out. Like, if Fnatic goes against Rogue, I might take Fnatic. But how things work out here, having Fnatic against Mad Lions, I see Mad Lions getting it done. I don't see Fnatic being able to make their way all the way out of the loser's bracket. They're in such a tough position since their spring split sucked, and I do see them get knocked out a little bit short. And I see Mad Lions, Rogue, and G2 representing Europe at Worlds. I see Mad Lions taking down Rogue, just like they took him down in the spring split. I don't think this one will maybe be quite as crazy, but I do think Mad Lions is going to be a confident, scary team. Again, I am not totally sold on Rogue. I have Mad Lions winning this one 3-2. I think it'll be a banger, just like the last split's finals, but I don't think it's going to come down to that game 5 where Rogue has some crazy lead and throws it away. I think Mad Lions has a chance to just kind of beat them. And then finally a G2 Mad Lions finals, which I think the viewership will be crazy. I think it'll be so fun. I think it'll be so exciting. The old guard against kind of the new up and coming team that's going to be defending their championship, and I hope we get an absolute banger of a series. I think we will, but in the end, I think G2 is going to be too much, too strong, too hungry. They have too much to prove, and they have been playing too good in the second half of the split. Give me G2 3-2 over Mad Lions in the finals, with G2 taking the number 1 seed from Europe into Worlds, and we're going to see how that goes. That's how I see things going down. That is my playoff predictions. So definitely drop a like if you guys did enjoy this video. Leave a comment down below. Who do you think is going to be taking down the Summer Championship? Who do you think the 3 teams are going to be representing EU at Worlds? I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. Subscribe, stay updated on all my latest content. Consider checking out my Patreon, patreon.com/IamJerm. Hopefully catch you guys in the next one. But until then. Peace.